Hi, students. Welcome to our class. Um, I'm really excited to have you. I've been really impressed with the work of Texas State students generally, and also in the time of Corona. So I'm looking forward to working with you. I want you to know up front that one of the key sort of points of success in a class like this that's online is that you communicate with me regularly about your needs. So if something's not making sense, if something isn't clear, if you're having trouble with a reading, if someone you know is sick and in trouble and you are going to need to be late on something because it's an emergency, all of that is something we can face together. But I need you to let me know right away. And if you can do that, I think that the class experience will be positive for you. Another thing that is important to know about the class is that it's reading and writing intensive. But in terms of what I'm looking for is not that you have all the answers right away, but that I see you grappling with the issues that we're looking at. And I see you struggling with the text, trying to get a meaning out of it, trying to make your opinion and the meaning come together, and over time growing in your ability to do this. I don't expect you to be able to do it perfectly right away, though some people might not, and that's okay. I'm really looking for commitment and output and growth. So don't be intimidated if you think that you're not doing things perfectly right away. Um, Another thing that I want to say is that each week you're going to be given a module on the module tab in Canvas. And that is going to be what you use to learn throughout the week. I'll put it up for you all at once and then you work through it together. Um, Sorry about that. So when that happens, what you'll do is look at the syllabus as well as the module, because the syllabus will help you confirm what's on the module, maybe explain a little bit more about it. Um, Not this week, but most weeks, you will be asked to have a weekly essay, which is a short essay. It's not extremely long, where I ask you to choose a topic that is in one of the texts or a few of the texts that we read for the week and to reflect on it. Um, you will be doing this by letting me know on a discussion forum what topic you chose. And if there's a problem with it, I would let you know at that point. And then you'll just write it. You'll get better at these as they go along. And really, these are reflection papers. These are not research papers. These are you looking at something you read that interested you, citing the parts of the text that you were involved with, and reflecting on it. And so I'm not really looking for anything big here. What I'm looking for is engagement with the text, which normally, if this was a face-to-face class, we would get through discussion and processing together. But what these essays will do is to help you process the content of what you're learning, which is what I need to make sure you're being able to do. Um, Another thing that I want you to think about is the reading. The reading won't always make a lot of sense to you, maybe at first, maybe it will. But if it doesn't, remember that I'm going to provide a PowerPoint and a lecture that will try to help you walk through it. And then you can always come to me with questions. This week, I am not going to give a lecture because I think that the Civil War documentary episode from Ken Burns does a lot of the work that we need. And I want you to focus on your paper, um, which is an assignment about your political autobiography, which you'll see directions on in the text of the syllabus. Um, but I will say about Tocqueville that this piece I'm having you read, his basic thesis is that one of the threats facing American democracy is the fact that we have trouble seeing people who are different than us as having the same interests as us. Um, and in a democracy that has so much difference, whether we're talking about racial difference or we're talking about regional difference, um, the way you can function is by beginning to be able to identify with those who are different than you. So, in this piece, he suggests that one of the um, threats to American democracy is racism, um, and that the difference between ancient and modern slavery is that in modern slavery, you have a racial marker attached, and that this will create a permanent caste system unless people are able to identify with racial markers that are different from their own. And the other thing he suggests is that there are significantly different cultures in the American North and in the American South. So, you know, I guess that's all I have to say. The syllabus is something I want you to look over and write me if you have any questions. A couple of things I'll point out are the text is Kramnik and Lowy's American Political Thought Reader. Can send out a email with that. And that I reserve 48 hours to answer emails. I'm normally much faster than that, but in case there's a reason I can't answer it more quickly, that's the reservation I make. And my other piece of advice in the syllabus, and again, you should look at all of it, but I also warn you not to use gradebook to calculate your grade. You should get your grade number from gradebook, your grade value from gradebook, and then hand calculate it to try to get a sense of where your standing is. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'm so happy that you're in my class.